Hello everyone, welcome to today's webinar on creating, prioritizing and balancing time for your business and life. I'm very excited to be working with Brad Yates on this webinar for you today. Hello Brad.
Hey Jesse.
How's it going?
Hello everyone else.
Yeah, Brad has been a massive influence to me before he ever knew I existed. For years I've been using his awesome YouTube channel with his free videos on YouTube. He's got hundreds of them on there, and they've really supported me to create an extremely successful network marketing business, but also to help others create that as well. So I'm really passionate about helping others create financial freedom and do what I've done really well in their own unique way with their own gifts, abilities and talents. And Brad's videos have supported me to do that. But then Brad actually came and did some workshops in Australia, in Melbourne and Sydney. And I shared them with my followers on social media. And Brad put out there, thanks so much to whoever shared these workshops. We've just, had a massive spike in sales. So everyone was commenting on that. That was Jessie Reimers, that was Jessie from Get a Fresh Start, etc. And Brad actually messaged me and invited me to come down as a VIP guest to his Melbourne event, at which I was very excited and kind of lost the plot a bit, because it was very cool to be invited by someone I looked up to so much and was so inspired by it, and had used so many of his tools to massive advantage and success in my business. So I flew down with my friend Meg, who is also very excited. She'd been a huge fan for years as well. And we went to his event that night, which was an awesome event. But we also had dinner with Brad and his amazing wife. And I put to him the idea of creating a e-course for network marketing professionals, which we have done and had massive results from that. But tonight we want to share with you a free webinar on creating, prioritizing and balancing time. Because when I run business trainings, which I do across Australia and overseas as well, I just did one in the Netherlands, just got back from that. And I did one on the Sunshine Coast last weekend. And during my trainings, I always use Brad's tapping. So he's there live with us, even though he's not there in person. He's on the big screen or coming through my Bluetooth speaker while I tap with everybody at the training. And I always ask, what is the biggest thing holding you back in your business right now? What's your biggest block or challenge? And literally every single time, I can't remember a time where I've done a training and the first block that's come up has been time. That's what I'm hearing from people in the audience, is that they're busy with their kids, they're busy with another job, they're busy maybe studying, they've got other priorities, and they're struggling to find time to commit to their doTERRA business or their network marketing business. Now, what I will say about time is that it's about what your priorities are. So building and creating a doTERRA business is a massive priority for me. I'm passionate about it. I saw the vision and I wanted to make it happen. Therefore, I prioritized and allocated time for that. It doesn't mean that I don't prioritize other things in my life, like my children, who I love. And Ned was very young at the time when I started. He was 6 months. I was still breastfeeding him. And I've also got an older son who was 4 when I started. They're 4 and 8 now. So, I had young kids when I started. I have young children. And there are definitely other priorities in my life as well, but I made the commitment and decision to prioritize my doTERRA business. So Brad, love to hear your thoughts on time and how people can create, prioritize and balance their time.
Yeah, thanks, Jess. Absolutely. Okay, I'm hearing a lot of echo that coming through. Every time I hear back from your thing, so I just want to make sure that's not a problem for other people.
No,
okay. Good. Okay. Now it's good. Okay. Just had to take a little bit of time to manage the technical aspects. Yeah, it's a huge thing for most people, and it's one of those ways. A lot of times, it's more of an excuse than a reality, and don't anyone get freaked out going, you don't understand, because I do. As a parent and a person with responsibilities, I know that we do have a lot on our plates. There's a great quote that I heard a long time ago, and I don't know who said it. It said, in his infinite wisdom, God made 24 hours enough time. And so whatever it is that we're up to, and as much as we might have on our plates, we can look around and there are people who are accomplishing amazing things, and they only have the same 24 hours a day that we do. And we may sit there and think, no, 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 they're bending time somehow. They're getting 36 hours every day. That's the only way they could possibly get done everything they're doing and get sleep. So it's allowing ourselves to change that. And one of the reasons that we allow ourselves to get so stressed out about time, from my perspective, is it's a way of keeping ourselves in our comfort zone. Because if I'm afraid of being successful, if I have resistance to certain things, time is such an easy thing to pull out and say, it's a time issue. Because everybody else is going to go, oh, yeah, totally get it. Me too. And we all get into that whole thing of, yeah, that's my issue too. Yeah, you're totally right. And so we get validated for it. So rather than having someone say, no, that's just not true, there's other people who are doing this, you can break out of it, most of the people around us are going to say, yeah, that's my problem too. And we all get to sit there and justify for each other why we're playing smaller than we actually can. And again, it's not to blame ourselves. It's allowing ourselves to recognize that we have programming telling ourselves this. I believe that we all have a sweet spot in terms of how much time in how we balance our time. So, you know, if we only have that 24 hours, how much of that time we spend with family and how much of that time we spend on work, we're going to find a sweet spot where, you know what, I am able to spend enough time with my family that I feel really good about it. And I'm able to spend enough time on my business to create the business that I really want. And, you know, when we work smarter rather than harder, we can actually create a fantastic business in a lot less time than we tend to think of. But again, it's one of those reasons that we use to keep ourselves in our comfort zone. So that's one of the things that I want to take you through some tapping on tonight, is allowing ourselves to break out of that need to use time as a reason for playing small.
I love everything you say all the time, Brad. I just find that so accurate.
That's why I love working with you, Jessie. You're so good for me.
Yeah, it is on the money. And I love how you can smash through people's limiting beliefs without making them feel bad about themselves for buying into that belief. Like, it's just a programming, and it's programming to help us feel safe and be in our comfort zone.
Yeah, so, absolutely. Based on all the program that we've had. And many of us have likely grown up around people who have said, oh, you know, I had big dreams, but I had a family to raise, or this or that. And they, in order to defend what they didn't achieve, they make it sound like a noble sacrifice, which it may be, not to take away from them, but we get this programming telling us, oh, it's this way or that. You have a career or you have a family. You have money or you have health. You know, it's you can't have it all. And it's allowing ourselves to redefine what having it all means for us. And again, I truly believe that for each of us, there is a sweet spot where it's like, you know, this is exactly where it's meant to be. And I don't need anything more than that on either side.
So, Brad, do you believe that we can be present for our network marketing business or whatever business we run, or our career, and for our family, and be the kind of parent that we want to be?
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, there's the thing of, well, you know, you make quality time over quantity time. Absolutely, you want to make the time that you have with anybody. You know, like right now, it's making the decision that I am 100% right here with you guys right now, as opposed to, okay, well, I'm going to go check my email too, and I'm going to do this, and allowing ourselves to decide, okay, if I'm going to be with someone, I'm going to be with them. And that's a huge thing, is that whole decision, because, you know, it comes from the Latin meaning to cut off from all other possibilities. So it's one of the keys to balancing the time is saying, all right, I'm with my family right now. I'm deciding to be with my family. And so I'm going to be with them, and they're going to know that I'm with them, so that when I can't be with them, then that's going to be okay, because they know that when I am with them, I'm really with them. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and suggest that for those of you watching, go ahead and be tapping already. Either you can be tapping through different points. You can just be tapping the collarbone point. But before we even get into a formal tapping round, just because as I'm bringing up these concepts, there might be part of you going, yeah, but. And so we want to start clearing those yeah, buts and allowing ourselves to be even more open to hearing this information. So yeah, so we decide when we're with our family, I'm deciding to be with them. And when we're at work, it's like, okay, I'm deciding to be here. And I also have this crazy belief that one person's highest good never takes away from another person's highest good. Mm-hmm. If there is something that is truly for our highest good, it's going to be for the highest good of other people. So if you feel that, you know what, taking this amount of time away from my family to work on my business, this feels like my highest good because I'm passionate about this. It's fulfilling to me personally, financially, in all these ways. That's going to be for the highest good of your family too. And for you to sacrifice that because out of guilt is not going to be for the highest good of anyone else, because they're going to pick up on that energy. And frankly, they may be like, you know, I got other things that I want to do right now, but you know, you're kind of cramping my style too. So they're, you know, like you, Jessie, I know when you're away and your kids are with your family or their dads or whatever, that's quality time. So we always get, you know, it is for the highest good of all people concerned. Now, we have to allow ourselves to be aware of, okay, am I crossing that line? Because it's easy for some people to get into a workaholic place where, oh, I've got to spend all my time on my career, and my kids, you know, I'll see them at their high school graduation. You're kidding yourself, because that isn't for your highest good. It's not for theirs. It's not for yours either. So it's allowing yourself, again, to find that sweet spot of what is the right amount of time for me to get what I really want out of life. And I just don't believe in a universe that would say, well, I'm sorry, you get one or the other, but you're never going to be completely happy because you're going to have to sacrifice something that you really love. Because I truly believe we can find a way to make it work for everyone's benefit, especially ours.
I strongly believe that. Should we do some tapping?
Oh, as long as we're here, why not? So
I'm going to mute myself while you tap so we don't get weird feedback, okay?
Okay. So what I'd like everyone to do, and hopefully everyone, well, you're going to be watching this, so you'll be able to see what I'm doing. Maybe you already have some familiarity with tapping. So what I'd like you to do first is go ahead and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and hold it. And let it go. Just following your breath through your body. Just allowing yourself to be really present right now. Deciding to be here right now. You've already decided to be here, so really commit to being here to get maximum benefit from this call. And allow yourself to think about your schedule. Think about your time and trying to balance whatever it might be, work, family, health, sleep, all these different things that you're trying to juggle. And just allow yourself to be aware of how much stress might come up. You know, maybe rate that on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being, oh yeah, it is the most stressful thing for me. Notice where in your body you might feel that. Notice what thoughts, beliefs, and memories might be coming up as to why you should be stressed about this. Notice what the different emotions might be. fear, guilt, all kinds of different things might be going on in there. And go ahead and take another deep breath and open your eyes. And if you're willing to take full responsibility for your own well-being, go ahead and tap with me. Even though I get stressed out about time, I choose to love and accept myself. Even though I get stressed out about time, I choose to love and honor myself. Even though I get stressed out about time, there never seems to be enough of it. There's so many things I need to get done. And I'm always out of time. And even though I get stressed about time, I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. And maybe anyone else who taught me about time. All this money stress, all this stress about money. There's just never enough time. There's not enough time for the things that I want. There's not enough time for the things that I need. And I have to keep making sacrifices. I want to have a successful business, but there just isn't enough time. All those people with successful businesses, they must have a time machine. One of those Harry Potter time turners. Somehow they're managing time in a way that I can't. My family has needs. And those take away from the things that I want to do. You just can't have both. And all those people having successful businesses, either they don't have a family, or they're just completely neglecting them. They may be good at business, but they're terrible at relationships. Because you can't have both. Because there's just not enough time. And I choose to be open to the possibility that I might be mistaken about this. This might be old programming that I got from other people who didn't know how to manage time. They didn't know how to set priorities. Not because they were bad or stupid. They just didn't know any better. They were doing the best they could with the programming they had. And I've been doing the best I could with my programming. Any lack of success that I have so far, or any strained relationships I have because of time, that's because of the programming that I've had. And I can change. There are a lot of really successful people who have really great family relationships. And I choose to be one of them. I'm open to the possibility that there really is a sweet spot for me. The right amount of time for both. I can spend the right amount of time on business and the right amount of time on my other responsibilities. I can even take care of my health. In his infinite wisdom, God made 24 hours enough time. And maybe I've been taught to be stressed about time by people who had unreasonable demands. They expected things to be done by a certain time that just weren't humanly possible. So I was made to feel like I couldn't manage time. I'm still carrying that stress. And I choose to let that go now. Releasing all this past time stress. Releasing it at a cellular level. Releasing it all the way back through my past. Back through all the times in my life where I felt stressed about time. We all have the same 24 hours. I don't need this stress. I get done when I can get done. And sometimes I limit what I can get done because I'm afraid of getting it done. And so sometimes I use time as an excuse. I say, oh, there just isn't enough time. I just don't have time for all the things I need to get done. Oh, I may have had time to binge watch a TV show, but not to do all the things that could build my business. I have time to follow clickbait, but not to read stories to my kid. And it's not because I'm bad or stupid. It's because I have resistance. I have fear. And time becomes a convenient excuse for not getting certain things done. I use time to help me stay in my comfort zone. And so many other people are doing this that we all tell each other that we're absolutely right. We all say, you're right, there just isn't enough time in the day. And it's just not true. I just haven't allowed myself to be clear on my priorities. Haven't allowed myself to focus. I haven't allowed myself to make decisions. Haven't allowed myself to commit. And I might use guilt as a reason too. Oh, I'll feel guilty if I don't spend more time with my family. they might welcome the time away. And I'm using guilt to block me. Not because I'm bad or stupid, but because I'm trying to stay in my comfort zone. But the thing is, if my comfort zone was big enough for me, I wouldn't be sitting here tapping on myself right now. Part of me knows that I deserve better. My customers and clients deserve better. My family deserves better. The world deserves better. And I'm open to the possibility that the universe will support me in doing better for all of these people, including by giving me enough time. So I'm clearing this time stress, clearing these old ideas about time, clearing other people's expectations. Because what is for my highest good won't take away from someone else's highest good. And if they're having a hard time seeing that, there are some videos on YouTube they can tap along with. And they can clear the stuff that's going on for them. I'm setting better priorities. Getting clear about what's really important to me. Allowing myself to find enough time to create the life that I really want. And that's a win-win situation. This is a win-win situation for everyone concerned. So I'm allowing myself to feel good about time. Feeling good about how I'm using it. As I set myself free in body, mind, and spirit. And take a deep breath. And again, close your eyes and check in with yourself, thinking about how much you were feeling stress about time and where in your body you were feeling it. Check in with that again and see how you're feeling now. See if that number's gone down. You know, for most folks, it's going to go down. Maybe not for everyone, because you may just have brought up ideas about, oh, this is what I'm really stressed about. But you may have greater clarity about where you need to look at and how to balance time. So one way or the other, there's going to be an opening for change to happen. So.
Love it. Thank you, Brad. I apologize for running off mid-tap. I locked Daryl out of the house. My bad. I'll go back and do the full tap again later, but what I got of it, you missed a few seconds, was bloody awesome. Thank you. It even released some residual stuff for me that I didn't even know was still there, because I've been pretty good at understanding the priority of my business and my family, but I think there's always residual subconscious stuff that we can work through. And I love that tapping is such a powerful, quick,
stuff. Nothing's so good that it can't get better.
Yeah. Yep. Easy tool that we can do at home that is super effective, you know, in 5 to 10, maybe 15 minutes. Most of Brad's videos are 5 to 10 minutes. we get to smash through limiting beliefs, negative thinking, and blocks that are holding us back from being our most successful self, which I love. So that is why I sat down that night at dinner with Brad and asked him if he would be open to creating a tapping e-course specifically for people in network marketing to help them with the things that come up that can hold us back. Because the videos on his YouTube are fantastic and have helped me a lot. But there were a few things that I couldn't find videos for, things like, finding amazing business builders or stuff that was just really relevant to network marketing. So I asked him, I was very nervous about doing that, but I did some tapping and used some essentials to support me through that. Yeah, and he was super open to that, which was exciting. So we've created an e-course called Tapping into Network Marketing Success. And we're launching that right now, today again. The third round of our tapping e-course is being launched. We start on the 1st of May. And you get 31 videos specific for network marketing. You get to be part of an incredibly supportive Facebook community as well. And you do get lifetime access to the videos. So we'll post them each day over that 31 days. But you'll also get lifetime access to the group as well. Plus, Brad and I jump on each week during the course period and do a live mastermind Q&A session. And you get a chance to ask questions in a form and also bring up more blocks. So if there's more stuff that has come up for you while you've been tapping along with the course, or it's come up in your business that we don't smash in the course, you can actually bring those up and we'll tap through those in our bonus rounds as well. Plus, Brad
has live tapping just like this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So Brad has created some bonus rounds for the e-course as well. So some of the blocks, I did a lot of market research prior to creating the final topics for this e-course for Brad to channel through in the beautiful way that he does. And the way I did that was I wrote down everything that had come up for me in my own business, but then I asked in my members group, in leaders groups, on my Facebook page, on different groups that I are a part of or administrate, and came up with a massive list, and the ones that kept coming up most commonly. So these are ones like not feeling qualified, not feeling deserving of, creating massive abundance in your network marketing business, worrying about what other people think. So maybe people have judgment around network marketing or call it a pyramid scheme, that kind of thing. Procrastination, presentation zone, so smashing workshops, events, videos, trainings, etc. Fear of being pushy, guilt about spending time and money on your business and away from loved ones, fear of failure, not feeling good enough, fear of talking to people and convincing them, not feeling supported or taken seriously by loved ones, fear of being seen and public speaking, self-doubt, self-sabotage, doubt about handling the effort and results, fears about finding people for the business, not feeling supported by your team, competition, comparisons, and jealousy, doubts about being a leader, fear of success. So these are just some of the examples of things that we're covering off in this awesome e-course. And just briefly for those that are new to tapping, so what actually is tapping, or it's sometimes referred to as emotional freedom technique. So it is tapping, where we're tapping on acupressure points. So if you've heard of acupuncture, instead of using needles in those points, we're actually tapping on it. So it's energy meridians, and we work with a cognitive acceptance statement. EFT has been researched in more than 10 countries by more than 60 investigators, whose results have been published in more than 20 different peer-reviewed journals. And the science and research that's continuing to come out about tapping in EFT is incredible. So I went to a tapping conference that Brad was a speaker at, and the brain scans that they show and results they showed around lowering cortisol, which was the stress hormone, was so significant that I believe they redid the entire test again because they couldn't quite believe what they'd come up in the first round of that clinical trial. So it's pretty incredible how much of a difference it can make just to our stress levels, never mind dealing with all limiting beliefs and negative thinking that comes up. So yeah, we're launching that right now today. So I'll just quickly show you how you can actually register for that e-course. We'll also send you an email for everyone that is registered for this webinar. But hopefully you can see this here. Brad, can you see this?
I can see that.
Cool. So this is my website, getafreshstart.com.au. If you just got to tapping e-course, it's in the top menu. I've made it super easy to navigate. You can just click on that and it'll come up with more information about our e-course. So you can just click on register now. And if you register today, you're going to get it at half price at our early bird price. So you get it at $111, whereas normally it is $222 for, again, lifetime access to our 31 short videos, plus those bonus rounds and chance to ask questions, etc. So you can either—
And that's Australian dollars.
Australian dollars, exactly. So you can take this course from absolutely anywhere in the world. It's not going to matter where you take it, because you will get to watch the video at whatever time you want to. It'll be posted on the same time every day, but whatever time you get up or is convenient for you to watch it, you'll be able to do that. So it's 111 Australian dollars, which I believe is around, I don't know what the exact exchange rate is today, but I've got here approximately 70 euro or 86 US dollars. But if you just jump on xe.com, you can currency convert $111 into any currency in the world, and you can use either credit card or PayPal to pay for the e-course as well. So you can jump on and read more about it here. It's got the list of all of the videos. We do have some bonus rounds that are going to pop in as well. You can read more testimonials from people that have taken the course, because we have seen massive success from the comments and people interacting with the last 2 rounds we've run. You can read more about me and Brad, and you can also actually become an affiliate of our e-course. So we'll email you out more details for that as well. But that means that you can actually receive commission for sharing the e-course with your team and with other people. So if you've got a following and you've created a network marketing business and you want to share this e-course with your team because you know that it will help them to get over the stuff that's holding them back, you will actually receive 30% commission for everyone that registers through your specific link. So when I send out an email, which I'll do straight after this webinar for everyone that's registered, I will let you know about how to register to become an affiliate, and I'll update this link on my website ASAP as well, because I just realized it's not actually there to register right this second. So I'll update that as soon as I get off. But yeah, anything else you want to add, Brad, in relation to that?
Yes, there's so much in there that is beneficial to anyone in business. We actually did a survey of folks who had gone through the first and second round of this and said, does this feel, is it just exclusive for network marketers, or would it be beneficial to any entrepreneur? And last I checked, it was quite a bit in favor of people went, no, I think this would benefit anybody. And even when in the several videos that we are specific on network marketing, talking about downline or upline, anytime you're tapping, because when we're doing EFT, we have a thing called borrowing benefits. And you can be tapping along with someone, and even though the wording doesn't necessarily fit, as you're tapping along, your mind will make associations, and you can still clear things and create shifts, even though your issue that's holding you back may not be specifically what is there. So that's just something to consider. But yeah, it's been exciting the way doing the e-course this way, as opposed to just having it something that's evergreen online. You can download it anytime and go through it on your own, which a lot of folks don't do, just because it's you know, what they'd say, self-help becomes shelf-help. You just set it aside. The way we're doing it here through the Facebook group, you have that community, and people are going in every day, and as soon as they watch it, they chime in and say, okay, I tapped along with that. And they're able, folks are supporting each other, and it creates that accountability to really get the most out of it. Because that's what we want. We want you to get the most out of it, so that over the course of a month, you feel much freer to pursue what you've taken on and really succeed at it. You know, so it's like, okay, if you're going to make the choice to be in this business, knock it out of the ballpark, you know, crush it. And there are things that stop us. So that's why we developed this, was to break those blocks so that you can really not only crush it, but enjoy it a lot more too. Because that's one of the things is so often people say, okay, I'm going to be successful at this, and they just dig in and they don't have much joy in it because it's so much work. And as we clear the stress and the blocks, it's joyful, it's fun. So we succeed and enjoy ourselves in the process.
Yeah, I loved it. And I loved receiving a lot of the feedback that we've received from the last 2 rounds that we've run, Brad. I'm sure you'll agree, like all the comments
Yeah.
and people that have loved taking this course. So I'll just read out 2 of the testimonials that we received. So this course peeled a lot of layers of the onion and gave me incredible insights into the reasons for my blocks and the things that hold me back from being the freaking awesome individual I am. Thank you so much, Brad and Jessie, for the opportunity. I intend to continue my daily practice to crash through the barriers as they arise. I love that I can go back and access the videos whenever I want to. And that was from Mary. And then another was, I love this course, and although tapping was a complete new thing for me and it felt kind of strange, I must say I was amazed at how it worked. I was so surprised at some of the things that were blocks to me that I didn't actually realize until completing this course. Love that I can return to the course anytime, anywhere, and each session only takes about 10 minutes. So that's what I love too. Like I often tap in the parking lot waiting for my Pilates class to start, you know, or wherever I am at home, in bed, I'll be around the kids and they'll see me tapping along and, you know, they'll start tapping on their face and joining in because they think it's kind of funny and they think Brad is pretty funny as well. So you can do it and fit it into your routine really easily because it does take a short time and is still highly effective, even though it's a short chunk of your time and your day that you're taking to really work on yourself.
Yeah, be tapping right now at a collarbone different points and allow yourself to be aware of any thought of, oh my goodness, I don't have time for that. You want me to take another 10 minutes out of each day to do this? And when I actually have a video, I think, on making time for self-improvement, because we say, I don't have time for this. You don't have time not to take care of yourself, because the time it will create for you to be able to, because when we have those blocks that are holding us back, everything takes longer if we even get it done. So we may spend a lot of time trying to do something, and it takes all this time, we don't even get it done because something is holding us back. So you will find time becoming easier as you clear the blocks that are slowing things down or holding you back. And then, you know, then you create the kind of time to travel, the money to travel and the time to travel and do all kinds of fun things. So, you know, however you go about it, make time for your personal development, because there's a much more successful version of you inside that, as you do, you know, whatever kind of self-development you're doing, you're getting the kind of results right now in your business and your health and your family and everything else. You're already getting the kind of results that the person that you are being right now can get. That's not a, oh, you know, you're so limited. Don't take it that way. Just allow yourself to look at it and go, okay, if I want different results, if I want better results in one way or the other, I need to find the better version of me. And it's in there. You know, it's like I always talk about the Michelangelo principle. And he said, you know, the David or all of his statues, the masterpiece is already there inside the marble. I just had to tap away what didn't belong. And that's what we're doing. We're just tapping away what doesn't belong, the limiting beliefs, those ideas about, well, you know, you need to spend X amount of time on this or you're a bad person. And so when we're going, well, I don't have X amount of time, so I have to be a bad person or whatever. As we chip that misinformation away, then you find that version of you that is able to create the life you want, personally and professionally. And that's what we want for you.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. Thank you, Brad, so much for coming on and doing some time tapping with us. And I'm super looking forward to doing the course again. I always do it with everybody as we do each round. And I find each round I do peels more and more layers of the onion back, and I free myself even more to show up in my life and in my business. So I'm excited to do it with the next round of participants, and yeah, see you guys on there. So make sure you register and get it at that half price early bird special, because it's a great way to go. Thanks so much for being with us. Bye, Brad. Bye, everybody.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us.